But look here, gentlemen. We still have 5 weeks remaining to the NFL. 5 weeks remaining to the NFL season, as the playoff season is just about to kick off this weekend with the wild card games. And that means we need to spend a bit more, well, about 4 minutes. Huh? How about 4 minutes? All right.
And now, 4 minutes of football.
Well, there is no denying that Denver Broncos quarterback Peyton Manning has had an incredible season. Well, beginning with week 1, when he threw for an NFL record-tying 7 touchdowns, and then ultimately ended up the season 16 weeks later with a new record of 55 touchdowns. It also took, though, nonetheless, until Sunday's Week 17 game between the Broncos and Oakland Raiders for Manning to break the single-season passing yardage record of 5,476 held by Drew Brees. Manning left the game at halftime ahead of Brees by just 1 yard. However, the record later came into question when a 7-yard pass to Eric Decker was analyzed due to the appearance that it was actually thrown behind Manning, making the play then a lateral and a rushing play, not a passing play. Elias Sports Bureau, the NFL's official statistician, later upheld the play as a pass. But wow, it certainly does appear right here that, and it appears that way to me, that ball is thrown behind. Thoughts on this one real quick, gentlemen?
I call bull.
Of course you do. And you're nodding bull.
Their excuse is that, it was called this, and in the fairness, we're going to give the record to Peyton. How is that fair? That's not fair.
Because he would have done it.
Would be letting the record stand since he only beat it by 1 yard with the questionable play.
He would have done it anyhow.
So, he should have stayed in and made sure he broke the record.
Well, right. I tend to agree. I mean, listen here. He stops when he knows he's ahead. Now, if that play was in question, don't you suppose he might have played another few?
Well, okay, I got you on that.
I don't know. To me, it's a lateral.
The San Diego Chargers successfully made it into the playoffs by beating the Kansas City Chiefs this past weekend, 27-24 in overtime. However, the score could have easily gone the other direction as Chiefs kicker Ryan Succop had himself a pedestrian 41-yard field goal attempt with just 4 seconds remaining in regulation. Instead, Succop, who had only missed 5 field goal attempts all season, sent the ball long enough, but just to the right of the upright, and the game went to overtime. San Diego's subsequent win knocked the Steelers out of contention for the playoffs. But again, we end up with another play that was reviewed later, and it was determined that the officials on the field should have thrown the flag on the Chargers for the formation they showed against the Chiefs just prior to the field goal attempt. A new 2013 NFL rule prohibits teams from putting more than 6 players on the line of scrimmage to either side of the snapper during a field goal try. And you can clearly see here that the Chargers overloaded the right side of the line of the scrimmage in clear view of 2 officials with 7 defenders. The NFL later admitted the mistake and that officials failed to call the penalty on the Chargers. And no, the official was not Jeff Triplette. It was Bill Leavy. All right, listen. Right here, it appears that New York Giants coach Tom Coughlin must have put a whammy spell on everyone, including Giants management, as we were speculating last week at this time that he may be fired after 10 years and 2 Super Bowl championships. However, he made it through Black Monday. But 45-year-old Cleveland Brown coach Rod Jasinski was removed after just one 4-12 season. That one we didn't anticipate, and one that led one Cleveland sports reporter to ask Browns owner Jimmy Haslam what assurances he might be able to make to the fan base that the team isn't run by the Three Stooges. Other coaches, however, using the graphic that we showed from last week, other coaches that were spared, along with Coughlin, included Mike Munchak in Tennessee, Rex Ryan at the Jets, Dennis Allen for the moment with the Raiders, and Jason Garrett in Dallas. We have since learned, gentlemen, Lovie Smith to take over in Tampa Bay, and Penn State's Bill O'Brien with the Houston Texans. Real quick, Smith to Tampa Bay doesn't have the right feel for me. I don't know about anybody else.
Why? He's a defensive coordinator. And that's Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay's usually been really good on the defense. Okay. So I think it's a good fit.
I'm just not sure about the management. That's what I'm more concerned about than anything else. But just my gut feeling.
Well, he did get fired after having an 11-win season in Chicago, so.
Well, exactly.
Yeah.